Welcome to my channel. I'm Jess, the singing alien, and today we're going to dive deep into the meaning behind my song, Blindside. Here's a snippet of it.
Stepping on a ledge, just waiting for it to break. All hypocrites make a pledge, say it's all for our sake. Empty words for show, embedded in camouflage. They expecting we never grow and laugh as they watch.
If you haven't listened to it yet, the link will be in the description below. Now let's start deconstructing the lyrics. On the surface, the lyrics read like a bitter, satirical lament about a complacent society, one that performs virtue, drinks away its problems, and lets power structures manipulate and amuse themselves while people self-destruct. Okay, so to understand the inspiration behind Blindside, and really most of my songs, I need to begin with the alien, which is, well, me.
The origin story follows an outsider from the planet Camphalos who discovers Earth, becomes captivated by music, then endures loneliness, betrayal, and ultimately creative rebirth. Her home, Emos Rafe, is a city that looks utopian on the outside but hides deep repression, dazzling technology and intellectual mastery, paired with a paralyzing fear of change, fear of music, fear of joy, fear of anything unpredictable. Its people appear advanced, but inside they are prisoners. The lyrics of Blindside reflect this tension. They describe a complacent, self-destructive society manipulated by hypocrites. This vision represents not only the world she tried to escape from, but also her new reality on Earth.
Jess, the alien, is my way of giving voice to that estranged part of myself, anxious, insecure, hyper-aware. And now is when we really start deconstructing those lyrics. Mornings come and go, lonely breezes blow. The song opens with mundanity and routine. This verse sets the scene of boredom and cyclical life. It also echoes the repetitive closed life in Emma's Reef. Routine, quiet, no rhythmic sounds. Do the same routine, then it happens all again. This represents the enforced stasis of Kenphilos, which is fear of change, and Earth's meaningless routines, daily monotony, and non-repetition of anxious living. Smiling friends and foes, all a twisted joke. This part introduces the idea that social warmth is performative. It ties to Jess's broken human relationships, people who seems trustworthy but whose ties break. Here, she can't tell who's being genuine. Everyone feels like they're wearing masks. Puppets of a land that will fall before they mend. People are manipulated by a failing system. Here we can see how these worlds have brittle social constructs. The perception that the world around her is broken and controlled by external forces, this is her anxious worldview. But we keep on stepping on a ledge, just waiting for it to break. All hypocrites make a pledge, say it's all for our sake. In the chorus, I talk about how people continue harmful behaviors despite knowing the consequences. On a symbolic level, humans and Kenphalonians who refuse to change keep flirting with collapse, and Jess recognizes that pattern. Living with constant fear of collapse, the intrusive thought of any moment everything could shatter, that anxiety itself anticipating disaster. Sipping gin and booze, fill your lungs with smoke. Alcohol and smoking and killing off the muse, habits that numb creativity and critical thinking. The muse line is especially close to Jess, discovering music as both salvation and fragile things threatened by despair, coping mechanisms. Feed on tender flesh, then destroy the rest. More violent metaphor. The powerful consume the vulnerable and then obliterate anything left. Could be literal exploitation or cultural cannibalism. Anxiety and insecurity eating away all vulnerability. You become a mess, still can see how you were blessed. People fail to recognize privileges they have even as they self-destruct. This commentary is on gratitude blindness, self-loathing. You don't realize your own value. Ignorant masses divided in classes, we're heroes and victims by all contradicted. This line is a cynical take on social narratives. Roles are assigned and inconsistent. Everyone is told a story that contradicts reality, a reflection of mental contradiction. Inside us, roles shift constantly: victim, hero, worthless, brilliant. At its deepest layer, the song isn't just critique, it's also anxiety speaking. The ledge is fear of breakdown, the hypocrites are failed promises and false reassurances, the puppets represent both society and oneself when fear takes control. The beauty is this: by externalizing anxiety as just the alien, I can sing about it without being swallowed by it. The alien voice becomes both critic and protector, a way of coping, of transforming pain into art. This is the world behind Blindside. Thank you for listening and for seeing the alien in me.